one of the best drill tracks coming out, in my opinion, last year was BLM. Like one of the
I wouldn't call that a drill song though.
Because of the tempo and because of the bass, I would say it was drill, and because it was OFB.
But OFB don't just make drill songs though.
For me, it sounded like a drill song. Like I said, I mean, mainly based around the tempo and the sounds. So like, you did it with Abs.
Yeah.
Abs was on there. Like, there's so much to unpack about this song. Like, so first of all, you sampled Coldplay. The song's called Trouble, right? Coldplay Trouble.
Yeah.
There's only one other artist on the planet that's ever cleared a Coldplay sample. Did you know that?
No, yeah, we knew that.
So it's Drake.
Yeah.
He's the only other person ever
I know that.
to clear a Coldplay sample. So like, that straight away, that's a massive moment for OFB,
100%.
right?
No, shouts out Coldplay. No, for real though.
Does that feel significant to you? Like, does it feel like a big moment? Like
Of course,
Coldplay,
that was a big moment for us.
yeah, Coldplay cleared the sample.
Yeah.
How did you do that? How did you contact him? Like, what was in fact, tell me everything about putting that track together, because I'm so intrigued as to the conversations that happened when you came to making it.
More time was just like an in-house thing, like this person knows that person, so they just made it happen.
Right. So Enter the A produced it.
Yeah, no.
When you heard the beat, did it have the sample in it already? Or was this an idea that you had to, there's the beat, no, actually we could use this sample, it would be cold. Like, did you have much of a say in putting the beat together?
It was together and it was already, we
It was already like, we heard the
like
beat, it was hard.
but it added something to it.
Nana come, Enter the A, he just put it together, made it sound hard. More time, I was in the other room, like where we were recording this was in our house. When Abs was just recording, then I think I was playing FIFA or something, but when I've come back into the other room and I heard this, I was just like, yeah, this is crazy. And yeah, after that we just laid our thing and then boom.
Yeah, so Abs did his bit first. Whose idea was it for it to be like a Black Lives Matter song?
More time, all of us, innit? But like management was just saying, obviously, George Floyd died around this time as well, innit?
Right, a lot of the protests.
Yeah, and a lot of protests were
London,
happening. Obviously, we weren't trying to buzz off him or nothing. Like, we've got history as well, but like, that was just the right timing to just release that song.
It must be bittersweet because it's like, it's such a powerful song. It's a massive moment in last year's history. But like, obviously for you, the song's a tribute to your dad as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And seeing what happened with George Floyd last year is just an echo of what keeps happening through time. Like for your dad, obviously in 2011, for that situation to happen. When you come to writing a song and recording a song like this about that, is it an easy thing for you to do? Or like, is it really difficult to come up with that sort of song because it's so close to home?
Nah, I reckon that was like a more of an easy thing. Still, like, I don't really let my emotions get to me. So more time, yeah, I just brush that to one side and get focused on what I'm doing. Right.
Do you feel like, did you have to really detach yourself emotionally to be able to make the song?
Yeah, like I had to break down a couple of things, like just put it in there.
Do you remember much about 2011? Like around the time when your dad was killed, like, do you remember? Because you were super young.
I was more of a little youth in it, so like, still up to now, I can't really remember like 2011 clearly. So yeah.
Because for the viewers, like, there's obviously a lot of American viewers that are going to watch this, and they may not know, like, your father was killed by the police, and following that, there was riots, not just across London, but across the whole entire country.
Yeah.
Like, the country came out, and it's a huge part of, you know, like modern British history, really, because of what happened. So like, because you were so young, how can you process such a thing? Like, did you see the news or the people outside and the fighting?
And you know, it was at the time I was with my auntie in Manchester, my little brother. Right. Just away, and then one day she just took the TV away. Obviously, we was young, we didn't know what was happening, but obviously for that reason being, obviously there would have been things on the news going on. Then after that, she took us Blackpool, was going bare places. Then when we've come back to London, when we've gone back to my mum, like that's when like there was loads of people in my house. She just called me upstairs, and that's when like she's told me.
Right.
But at first, I didn't believe it, if you know what I'm trying to say. Like,
Mhm.
gone downstairs, but I've seen everyone's reaction, like, and then yeah, it just hit me.
Right.
Mm.
How do you process that as like such a young child?
I don't know. I just try not to think of it at times, man.
Mhm.
Mm.
You mentioned, you say in the BLM song as well, like you get stopped by the police a lot.
Mm.
And you mention it's because you basically look like your dad. That's the lyrics.
Yeah.
By that, do you mean that you look like your dad, or do you mean because you're a black man, like a young black man?
Obviously, loads of black people are getting stopped, but more time where I feel I'm targeted is because I look like my pops.
And they know the relation. Like,
Yeah.
I guess with your fame in music, they obviously know you. You're a recognizable face anyway. So right. In the track Els, you also say, "Little bros, listen whenever I'm talking." Do you feel like you're a role model for the young generation of not just, I won't say Broadwater farm kids, but I mean just young black boys from London, from England? Like they're seeing your success, they're seeing the fame and everything that's coming with it. Would you say that you're a role model?
Obviously, like to the people that want to do music, yeah, like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Obviously, I'm doing something good for myself. They can clearly see that. Like, obviously, I'm going down the right path right now. Like, they can only want to.
Yeah. Does it feel like pressure? Because if the way you started out is kind of just doing this for fun, speaking about what you see and what you do, and now suddenly like you have the potential to influence a whole generation of young boys. Like, do you now feel under pressure?
No, I wouldn't say under pressure. Like, obviously, as I've gotten older, like, I'm starting to realize different things throughout life, innit? Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's not the same time as when I first started music. Now I've got to be cautious of what I'm saying in songs, and like sort of a bit more pressure, but not pressure.
Right. Yeah, just like you say, I guess a bit more cautious.